Hello, and welcome back to Biomutant. Thank you very much for joining me on this live stream. Thank you for joining me on the playback of the recorded live stream. Do me a favor, real quick, jump down into the comment section and just say hi. That will be sufficient for me. But if you go a little bit further and let me know what games you'd like to see me stream on this channel. If I have it in my collection, I will stream it right away as part of being in the queue of games that I'm streaming. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and the notification bell so that you're notified when I do go live, hopefully with your game suggestion. If I don't have it in my collection, and if it's on sale, I'll pick it up, or I'll wait for it to go on sale. But again, I'll add it to the queue of games that I'm going to stream. So we're back in Biomutant. A couple of things that I have that I've noticed through my playthrough. The style is growing on me, but there's some issues. And again, they're just personal issues, but there is one that is a bigger issue. So I've only been playing this game for, I'd say, 3 hours. And I want to show you something that's a little concerning to me. So if I pushed, if I wanted to go in to do a save right now, I want to save the game. How long do you think I've been playing? Just looking at this save right here. So over here on the right side, date saved was today at 1:03 p.m. Playtime 13 hours, 48 minutes, and 51 seconds. That is way off. So what this game does, and you need to be careful with, is it will continue to click the timer if you put the game into rest mode or the console. Like I'm playing on PlayStation 5 right now, and if I put the game system PS5 into rest mode, and the game is still, in suspended animation, it's like it's being suspended, the timer continues to click. So I played it right at around 11 p.m. yesterday, and I'm in Japan right now. So it is right now the 26th at 5:39 p.m. in Japan. So I saved this on May 26th at 1:03 p.m. And I saved that for the first time after I played it for, I'd say, roughly an hour with a stream. And then I played it for maybe another hour around that 1 o'clock time. I hit save again, and it had logged as if I'd been playing for 13 hours. Because it was the timer was going. So I don't really know how long I've been playing this game. And to me, that's something that's, cool to keep track of. How long I've been playing, how many things I've killed, I like the stats. I like to see the time that I've put in. It's like, wow, I've put way too much time into it, or I put not enough time into it, or wow, I've killed that many things, or oh, that many headshots, or I've taken this many hits. Maybe I need to do better next time. I don't get why it's still ticking away. It's not an online game. The game does feel a little... I don't want to say it, but I'm going to have to. Like, it feels a little rushed. Like, this game looks like it could be a PlayStation 3 game, increased to, like a remake of a PlayStation 3 game on the PlayStation 4. Alright, so these guys are all friendly. I love the way it runs. They get on all fours, and you actually run around like a four-legged animal. I love the way it runs. I'm not a fan of the combat yet. It feels a little too button mashy for me. But again, I've only been playing for about 2.5 hours. Maybe about 3 hours. But you wouldn't know that from my game save. Because it looks like I've been playing for 13 hours. And I definitely have not been. The camera is horrendous. I'm sorry. I have to constantly nurse it. Okay, and then also something that I think is, again, I'm nitpicking here. I'm very early into the game, and maybe it'll grow on me. Is watch the title of the game. It's all in white, and then it'll be on top of a white background. So look at this. Wait for the load screen to come on. Like, look, I can barely read Biomutant because it's on top of white clouds. I don't know if that... I don't know what that is. Like, why would you do that? I can barely read that. White on top of white? Yeah, there seems to be a lot of missteps in this game. And now I'm early into the game. I'm waiting for those things that kind of made me interested in the game, like the traversal stuff, the crafting. What I mean by the crafting, so no, not those tribes. Let's go here. Character, perks, craft. So we'll go here to gear. Going to the crafting tab, craft weapons, modify gear. Now I have a crafting tab. So here, I'll go into a craft, and then I'll try to craft something in my hand, I guess. Craft a new melee. A melee base type and a handle component is required. So I have to collect this stuff. I'll have to come back to that. I should have recorded it, but you know, when you craft something, it's not centered on the screen. It seems to be like pushed over to the left. What I was saying about the camera before, like I don't think I have a way of locking on to an enemy. Like it's kind of and plus you get too close to an enemy, you can't see. Yeah, I am playing on hard. So because I'm playing on hard, and because there's a lot of load time, yes, I understand I could be doing better, like I could learn to play better. But if I'm playing on a hard difficulty, I expect to die. And that's okay, but if I have to sit through a loading screen, then I'm sort of being double punished. And I've said that before in other games. Like now I have to sit through about, I'm playing on a PlayStation 5, backwards compatible PlayStation 4 game. And I'm sitting through a loading screen that should pretty much be instant. And I know that this is not a current gen, we'll call that, for the PlayStation 5. It's not made for the PlayStation 5. It's backwards compatible. So I know they had to make it work on a PlayStation 4. So I'm waiting for, maybe they'll make a next-gen update. The game hasn't, like, solidified itself with me yet. And they've tried to say that you can compare it to Breath of the Wild, and that is, I don't know, at the very beginning, you would not in any way compare it to Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild had some amazing traversal right at the very beginning of the game. You felt that you had this command over your surroundings. Like you could go just about anywhere, and this game will not do that for you. Yeah, I don't think fighting it close combat is the way to go. Might as well just sit back here and spam it with bullets and dodge from a distance. Doesn't seem to be any kind of friendly fire. So I'm just sort of praying and spraying. I'd like to go in and do melee, but it just doesn't seem all that rewarding. Here's another thing that...
It was harder than expected to take down the Fluff Hulk. They've received news a Ronin joined the tribe's ranks and were looking forward.
I don't understand why I need a narrator.
A group of Jagni warriors.
He's essentially a translator.
At Myriad's Vespidut outpost. You should hurry there and help them storm the outpost.
Yeah, so I'm a character that inhabits this world. I'm not alien to this world. I was born in this world. I learned the language of this world. So I, as a character, need a translator / narrator to say every word that these gibberish characters are saying. But then I'm replying to them in like a language that I, the player, understand. And while I love a narrative like bit of like not intrusion, like the insertion of narration, I enjoy that. But he's not really narrating as much as he is translating every piece of dialogue, and I mean he's like this, he's constantly there. It's a little overbearing. I'm trying to get used to it. Like, it's great voiceover work, but for me, this takes away from some of the characters' like personality, like their soul. The only thing I can compare it to is if you get an audiobook and say there's some really good male and female characters. Let's take Harry Potter. A lot of people should know that. You take Harry and Hermione, and you have a male narrator. Not saying that the narrator's bad. Like, it's like he's going to be reading it to you. It's like an audiobook, and he's going to be playing both the part of Harry and Hermione. So Hermione's character loses a little bit when you hear a male voice doing the voice of all of Hermione's lines. So it kind of feels like that. It feels like I'm being read a storybook, and it's different, and I'm not used to it. And maybe it'll click at some point, but it's just like for every interaction I have, here's this one guy narrating everything. It's almost like they decided not to go out and get voice actors, and they just hired one guy to read the script. And it's not a bad read at all. It's just all ever present. It's like this one omnipotent presence in the game. But then there's a character that I'm playing as that has some choices, and I like the choices. It just feels like I thought I'm a character that lives here. Why wouldn't I understand these characters? But it's just all gibberish.
Mercy is for the weak. The Jagni tribe seek no one's sympathy.
And it's almost as if he's ad-libbing or summarizing what it is that the characters are saying. I don't really know what the characters are saying word for word. He's not... He's like doing a poor translation. He's putting words in their mouth, and he's like... It's hearsay, and it's gossip. It's like he's gossiping about what it is that he heard in passing. Yeah, I mean, it'll probably grow on me once I get, like, what drew me to Biomutant was seeing some of, like, the weird, fantastical traversal, like there's like a walking hand, and then and like the building of your weapons, which I can't show you right now because I haven't collected enough. There's a lot of doors. There's a ton of doors to open. And I imagine that's a loading thing, maybe. I can't even say that because, see, I don't need a door here. Just like the first time you open it. Yeah, I'm really hoping that they do a next-gen update. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, I don't even know if the enemy is still here. It's not here anymore. But sometimes very large enemies, like the one I was just fighting, will die, and then they'll be laying on the ground, and they won't like disappear. They'll just stay there, and then the character, my character that I've created, just clips right through them. And sometimes those big characters fight with these large concrete pillars, and that pillar becomes like invisible. Not invisible. You can see it, but you can clip through it. So it also, I don't know what the technical term is for
an
it.
Emergency box from the old days when you needed to pack a punch to survive.
See, this kind of stuff interests me. So maybe it'll just click at some point. It's a slow start. And there's another thing here, if you guys haven't seen my previous stream, but if you go in here and you go to settings, there's actually something in here for audio. Frequency of narrator and frequency of gibberish. So like the narrator himself, adjust how often the narrator speaks. And I think that's for like, as I'm fighting, he'll say, "Wow, good slash," or when I'm shooting at a distance, he'll say something about, "That was a great range." And then this gibberish part down here, how often the creatures speak gibberish. I don't think that's for them, you know, like the cutscene, if you can call them cutscenes. But I don't really see a difference. I'm going to turn this all the way up. You tell me if you see a difference. And I've turned subtitles off. Enable subtitles outside of dialogues. Okay, so dialogues are always going to have subtitles. I mean, I might as well just turn them on. I don't really see a big difference.
Right. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist.
Clonk Fist. This powerful tool can be used to punch through walls. Can even be used as a weapon. It can be equipped from the gear menu. Okay. Found a new weapon. You can now unlock special attacks for this weapon. Alright, I mean, that looks interesting. Okay, let me see something here. So, if I go here, like his hand should be going inside that hole right there. But, see how it's not quite centered on there. It's an interesting weapon, though. It definitely makes him looks pretty cool. Okay, so now he talks like this place could be dangerous. Now I guess he's going to talk about areas that I'm in, right? He's just sort of that voice in my head. So I guess if you don't want him to talk as much, that's what it's for. Like the constant narration. There's a lot of these pop-ups. I still feel like I'm about 3 hours in. I'm still getting these pop-ups. Like I feel like I've been in this perpetual tutorial. Get some water here. Remember, however many hours of gaming that you play, no matter what you do, hydrate. Alright. To use the Clonk Fist to smash through the wall, you need to have it equipped. Then hold and release the square button. Alright, and then there's the Clonk Fist right there. Clinchy stabby. Clincher stabby. Okay. Yeah, see how the hand's not quite centered? I'm gonna have to go in here again. Like, see right here? It's not centered. that hand should be into that hole. Just throws off the feeling of the game. Cool little weapon, but...
Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it?
I think that's what he might mean by how often the narrator speaks. There's no aiming of my weapon either. I have to pull the trigger and shoot around in order for the cursor to come up. It's very, very weird.
Bruised.
Okay, now I get what makes them talk more.
Burn, burn.
Nice, okay, that's cool.
Dimmer. Feeling fierce. Clonkety clonk.
Oh no.
Slammer.
Wait a second, did they all like re-heal?
Concussion. Down to half your health. Baked. Wonder what you could make with that.
I'll see that later.
Now. Wrecking fest.
I'm mashing the square button, really. So I need to get away from that.
This place is like one big secret that keeps unfolding.
Okay, so that's what it means by him talking more. So you can turn that down, and really he only talks whenever you go to the dialogue. So you definitely can turn it down a bit. And see, here's where I'm talking about. Like these enemies right here, since I've beat them, now I just clip through them. You know, have the character just throw in a quick animation of him clambering over, or just kind of stumbling over, or make the thing movable if I walk through it, or make it absorb into the air, the earth. Have it be reclaimed by this bio planet. There have been some bugs in the game already. There's been a couple of NPCs, like out of date. I tried to, on the previous stream, I tried to talk to out of date, but it didn't give me the prompt for the triangle button on the PlayStation 5 to actually talk to out of date, so I had to restart a save, which had forced me to redo an entire fight. So the game has some bugs. It needs some work.
That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns.
See what just happened?
Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it.
See what happened? I have no idea what just happened. I've been like torn away from me looking at the billboard of the want ads or whatnot, and now I have no idea why I'm now looking at my little bug friend. That happens, I wouldn't say all the time, but it happens frequently. And it happens when flashbacks occur. When I go back to when I was, I guess, a child, and I'm looking at my mom, who they call a Muma, and it just pulls you out of what you're doing, and then just says, "Okay, now start this." You don't know why either. You're just like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'm doing this now." Seems like a huge waste.
Well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with one place, you just build another. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried.
I mean, dare I say, I think I feels like the game's in a beta. Yeah, and oh man, I hate saying that. I really do. It feels unpolished. It seems like a great game. It really does. Just feels unpolished. Looks like it needs just about, maybe another 6 months of work, maybe another year. That's extremely brutal, though. I know that's a bit strong. I think it's probably a bit strong. Again, I'm only 3 hours in, but you wouldn't know that from my save data here. Looks like I've been playing for 13 hours and 48 minutes, and that is not true at all. Which is kind of a bummer, because now I love stats. I do. I love a game I can go back in and say, oh, I've gotten how many kills, I've collected how much money, I've done how many missions, how long have I been playing, how long have I been running, how long have I been swimming, just like all these weird stats that just kind of tell a player, this is what you've been doing. Like, this is how I know how to, that there's loot, these little white circles. Rebar handle. Okay, so this will let me make a weapon. Like, there's so much stuff in here. Like, look how much stuff is in here. Look at that. There's a lot of stuff in there, isn't it? Like, I got some pills. I got another pill cap there. I've got like maybe 2 boxes of stuff. And I got one thing out of there. And it wasn't anything that was in there. I have no idea why that is being pulled away.
Paths can be hard to find here.
Alright, decent loot. Doesn't look like I can interact with any of the worlds. It's a cool little weapon though. A little charge. But yeah, I should be able to destroy those. Maybe get some resources out of them. Okay, I already went through here.
This corner of the world is called Bricktown.
Open up the map to see the area objectives again. I like the map. I do like the map. There are some decent fast travel points. I'm not like... I don't know. It'll probably grow on me. I mean, just needs a little bit more work, and I'm sure they'll keep working on it. I really hope they do. Fix some of these things. Give me a.
You found the track. Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. Lucky the track somehow made it. When Toxanol abandoned the place, it fell apart fast. Not too many like living in a ruin hole like this. The tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too.
You know, this guy right here, if this was the thing that was talking right now, that might make this narrator a little more tolerable. But I think it's almost like a grandfather sitting at a grandchild's bedside and reading a story to him, like the never-ending story. God, man, I love that story. I love that movie. But like, if this was the thing that was talking to me, like this little bug right here, I think that would be okay, because it would be a companion, but it's just some guy. And again, whoever's doing the voiceover stuff, like, you're really going to be watching this video. Good job, really. I just think your talents were, like, I don't know. I don't want to say wasted. Too hard. I do like this run.
Amazing to see so much happening today.
Alright, this is sort of my first look out on the world, and it looks tiny. I mean, in comparison to all these other games I've been playing, it looks kind of small. It's probably like about the size of, say, Anthem. Anthem's play area. And I should be able to fly around this, so maybe that'll make the game click for me once I start collecting more loot. But I'd hope that there would be some stuff back here I could collect. Rummage through some of this trash heap. Character sure does clip through a lot of things, though. Clipping through this tire, clipping through that tire, clipping through this bag of trash, clipping through these. Some of it moves, some of it doesn't. Flipping through a big bag of trash here, a big bag of trash there, the tire. You know, just like, doesn't really make the character interact with the world enough. And there's something inside here.
Never thought I'd see a clothes soaker from the long... You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling.
I like the cute names, I guess they give it. Alright, so select which one I want, and then I rotate it. Okay, this one needs to be yellow. Alright, so
just a few moves left. Make them count. You really put a spin on it.
I really don't have a grasp for the things that I'm collecting yet, but maybe those will come later.
The hours fly by in the dark.
Wow. Time really flies.
It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place.
Can I play on it? Kind of. Can I slide down the slide?
A teeth shatterer.
Hitting an enemy with a special skill fills one of the super Wung Fu icons to the left of your character. When all icons are filled, you can activate the super Wung Fu state. You need to use different special attack to fill up the next.
You've had better days. Smash that trash. What a relief. Punched up.
I think what the camera needs to do is kind of zoom out and get sort of a top-down look versus, you know, staying here. It should, you know, zoom out and give me like a overhead isometric. Is that the right word? Isometric. Check that. Isometric. Relating to or denoting muscular action, which tension is... Is that not the right... No, isometric is not the right word. Alright, that's a medical term. I'm going to type in, what is the video game term for top-down? I'm just going to say top-down. I'm going to say top-down. Like an RTS. You know, it should zoom out to that, like up here, a little bit further back, and that way I can see all the characters around me, versus me having to sit here and move the camera a bunch. I have to move the camera a ton.
Now, this one seems to be in good spirits despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you only follow your own personal code and is worried you've lost your respect for life.
If I kill you.
Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It is sad to see you're staying on this road to ruin and that you're so determined to help no one other than yourself.
Yes, that's the way. No arguing with that.
Sometimes your gut is flat out wrong.
Don't ever doubt yourself. You are number one.
Even the dark knows you're better than this.
Stick with me. We'll rule the world.
This is just knocked out instead of dead. Yeah, I'm definitely going down the dark path. Try to go down that path as much as I can. I think that might be because I've been playing Mass Effect and I've been going the Renegade route. The controls seem really smooth. I'll give it that.
That's a myriad tribe outpost. As long as karma exists, the world changes, and we change with it. You're hurt bad.
Ouch. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change the difficulty level because, like, the deaths in the game don't feel like, oh, I made a mistake and I can fix it. It's, you know, I didn't mash the button fast enough, which is unfortunate because I like difficult games, but this one's more of an annoyance of difficulty versus a skill difficulty, I think. Because my attacks do not feel accurate. They feel more spray, pray kind of attacks. So I think I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to System. I'm going to go to Settings. I'm going to go to Game and change the difficulty to Easy. Because I'm really in it for the story, not so much the combat, because it just doesn't feel that way for me right now. I think that's the wrong way to play, though. I think that's the wrong way to play. I don't think the game would be any fun if it was on easy. I need to just learn to get it. Get my combat back up. Or learn to combat better.
Tribe outpost.
You don't need to say it again. You've already said it once. Alright, see, like, I've been trying to dodge, I've been trying to block, and it is not intuitive at all.
You're on the ropes.
Yeah, I'll just stay back here and fight. Or shoot. Because the melee is not what I was hoping. I don't even know that he's gonna grab me. Okay, so
juice.
Frustrating. Really hoping for more out of this game. It is a button mash, pray and spray kind of game. It really feels like that right now. And these loading times, not happy with it.
You have a chance. That's a myriad tribe outpost.
Like, this is how I'm gonna fight. Is just sitting here at range. The animations are laughable.
Blasting him.
Like, look at his head. See, he can't touch me if I just sit here. I'm just gonna sit here and spam him with bullets, and I have unlimited amounts of bullets. He just reloads. I'll just stay here. Like, this is the way the game is going to be. Just me sitting here shooting. This is what I've resorted to for this game, is fighting at range, because the close combat, as soon as I go in there,
hand them defeat.
there's just no, like, I'm hitting L1 to try and block. I'm hitting the circle button to dodge, and it is not working.
Watch it.
Yeah, look at, like, and he's got such heavy hits, so I'll just, why would I want to get up close to him and fight when I could just do that?
Feeling better.
And then I guess I don't pick up any resources or any loot. Yeah, I think the combat is pretty hard to get into. Like, not enjoyable. And that click, 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 click thing is really annoying. Yeah, like, why would I come up to you and fight you in melee when I could just sit here and spam you? It may take me a little longer, but I'll always win. And your idiot AI will just sit there and take it. Just walk to your death. And these guys, there's like, go ahead, guys, take him out. Like, what are you guys waiting on? All right, I'll do it. There's 4 of us. I guess I'll go over to the war party, like
The Vespidut outpost, long-time home of the Myriad tribe.
all I can really think about is going to play Mass Effect Legendary Edition, or going to back and playing Returnal, or actually going to play Breath of the Wild. This game just feels so unfinished. Yeah, the initial feeling is 4.
Says you need to hit them where it hurts, inflict as much suffering as possible, and make it clear your tribe is a terror to their existence. Murder and mayhem and other terrible things happen. He's sure you've seen it before. Here's the first line of defense.
And I'm just gonna sit at a distance and shoot you. melee does more damage. What the heck? The camera needs to zoom out.
That's a bomb lobber.
Destroy the bomb hut. And how do I destroy the bomb hut? Do I... Is there a way to... Doesn't look like I can shoot in there. What the heck? Alright, so it says destroy the boom hut. Do I hit it back at it? Let's see here. Alright, shoot one at me. Okay, it looks like I can hit it, but it doesn't let me hit it. It even has a little square button icon on it. Watch.
That hit the spot. Wrecked it.
That was so dumb. What in the world? Okay. Do I need to have a specific weapon in order to hit it back?
Give those twirly wheels a turn.
Alright. Yellow and white. Let's...
Just a few moves left. Make them count. Yes, the river tub's going down the drain.
Because for some reason I can't swim underwater.
Keep going.
Okay. If I'm able to run up here... Look. Okay, so I'm pushing into the wall right now. Okay, I'm pushing into the wall. If I jump and then... okay. Just gonna let this play out. No, there's absolutely nothing in here. There's nothing to break. There's nothing to see.
That cage is holding a helper.
Alright, I want to see how long I've been streaming. Alright, I've been streaming for 54 minutes, and I'm not really interested in this game right now. And it's really unfortunate. I am not into this game at all. It feels like a chore. It does not feel entertaining. The combat is not all that great at all. Like, I feel like I'm just a button mashing. Like, I'm even trying my little combo system. Like, I'm trying the dodge system. too much. What are you looking at? That's a nice stick. What? The camera is horrendous. What the heck is that? What's inside here? Why can't I get in here? What? There's something inside here. Why can't I grab it? Look at all these weapons. Look at all these weapons and guns. Really? Alright, let me see here. Let's...
Says they've been treated fair, but is glad to see you. Hopes you'll treat the rivals with the same respect they treated them. Wishes there was another way, but they'll do their best.
Alright, now I come over. Okay, hold on. I had to come over here and unlock this guy. So what, that I can now come over here and suddenly be able to break the glass? Really? I'm sorry, like, that's just a forced direction. That's forced direction. I was clearly able to break the glass. I would imagine that, okay, if this door right here could not be opened until I saved him, and then that guy gave me a key that I could come over here and then, you know, then break into this, but all I did was break the glass. Why couldn't I have done that before going over to him? And look at all this stuff in here. Like, look at all these weapons, all these resources in here. Like, what's keeping me? Can I go over here and get this fist and then bust through here? Nope. I think it's gonna take some time for me to find where this game fits. It's just got too many frustrating issues with it, and I'm a frustrated gamer. I really am. I think I could find myself enjoying it. It's just, it's got so many things that just sort of slap you in the face and say, it's not the way we want you to play, or, you know what, we just didn't really think about doing that. But then it comes up with like these cool things like this hammer fist weapon, and like the narrator's a little overbearing, but he's a good narrator. And like, some of this, like, look at this. What is this? It looks like seaweed. Like, it looks like I'm underwater. Why is it clipping into the... It just seems tacked on. It seems like this was a PlayStation 3 game that they decided to make into a PlayStation 4 game. And they just maybe up-res some things, maybe. I was really hoping for this game to like really hit some, you know, check blocks, or put checks in blocks. I should be able to bust through this. I've been able to bust through concrete walls with this fist, but it's like I can't even climb. Like they said this was, maybe it'll be something that I can do as I collect, because I've seen some like really cool traversal. But I don't think I've ever seen the character climb. I don't know, this game isn't clicking with me fast enough. I really want it to work though, because I just spent $60 on it.
A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable.
Okay, thanks for telling me. I don't need to figure that out on my own, but
Better
maybe
stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense.
Okay. I guess I have to hit these guys first, and then I'll be able to hit those guys.
Red means danger.
Okay, I'm getting into the combo system a little bit better. Enjoying that more. Get away from the button mashing. See, so why can't I... Oh, so you're able to shoot through the wall? Okay. So it says that this is weak, right? And right now I can't aim for it, I can't lock onto it. But I bet you once I destroy this guy, suddenly I'll be able to mash down this pillar right here. And if that's the case, like, I'm done for today. I'm gonna go play Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Or what, do I have him mash it down for me?
Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down.
Alright, so he charges at me. That's what knocks it down.
Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it.
I hope everything that they're doing right now is teaching me how to play the game, and then eventually this will all stop. Like, I am being led like a small child through this game.
That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. Kaboom! You're in. Almost there.
Okay, I'll finish this one.
The outpost belongs to your tribe now.
So this is essentially like Far Cry.
He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Okay. Okay. They set up shop, that's kind of cool. My waifu is here. Yeah, I'm calling it waifu. Each tribe has its own tribal weapon. If you defeat a rival tribe, you acquire its weapon. By helping your own tribe, you've acquired its weapon. You're now allied with a tribe. You can decide to switch your allegiance and ally with a different tribe. go to a tribe fort and talk to their saifu. Saifu in Japanese is a wallet. It's not spelled the same, I don't think. But
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon. Believes you'll be even more dangerous with it. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up.
how the heck
but
did
from
Out of
what he
Date get
can
here?
tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. He had a feeling you'd get along with the Jagni tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance. You seem to get along with the Jagni tribe, which doesn't come as a surprise as you share an ominous outlook on life. But Out of Date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled. He says the time has come to confront the Porkypuff at the end of the East Route. Goop is working on making his goo glide strong enough to break the waves out to the World Eater. You should get over there and see what you can do to help.
Okay, a couple things I did like about that is I'm hearing a lot of like dialogue be specific to the path that I've chosen. And that makes my choices feel like they matter, or the choice that I made to go, left versus right, good versus evil at the very beginning.
He knows things that you need to know. The rival tribe still has 2 outposts left. It's up to you to change that. Squawks about how weak the Lotus are now compared to the Jagni. Couldn't even undrown themselves. Has plenty to do, so no worries. He knows things that you need to know.
You already said that.
Says you should take it easy.
Oh my god. Like, every time I talk to somebody, that guy comes on. Oh, look, he's floating. Not actually even on the ground. Come on, THQ, what the heck? See how high I can go. Actually, it's pretty good. Sort of, it seems like there's a bubble around the character. Not too bad. Like, it's like my own little drone that I can send out. I do the same thing with No Man's Sky. I'll go into camera mode and look around, check my surroundings.
Sun is way better than none.
Used to be some very unique gear, though. That makes me want to search for things. I don't know, like the loot's starting to check some blocks for me. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this stream. I'm probably right now going to rate this game at a 6 out of 10. Here's why. The narrator is more of a translator, and it's a little overbearing at times. The save system makes it look like I've been, like I can't, like, the way that I could fix it is I could go in here, go into the system here, save game. I have not been playing for 13 hours and 48 minutes. Now I'm going to save this. Now it looks like I've been playing for 14 hours and 52 minutes, and that is not true at all. I take out, let's see, how many hours would I take out of that? 10? I'd probably take 10 hours out of that. So what I have to be careful with now is I can't put the game into a suspended mode. If I put it into a suspended mode, it will continue to tick that time. It does not actually pause the game. Some other things, the combat feels a little off-putting. My gun, I can't even aim my gun, like aiming down the sights. The characters don't have a lot of personality outside of like what's on the surface. I mean, it's a cool character because I made it, but all these other characters, because they're narrated or translated by the narrator, they don't really have their own voice or their own style or character. And I think that's really missing out on a lot. I wish they would give me the option of having a female narrator. For me, listening to a female voice is much more soothing and a better storytelling. Maybe it's just because, I mean, that's how I was raised, like my mother reading me stories, so maybe that would...
hours stretching before you.
Okay, so what? Sorry, that was the wrong thing to say. Not what I meant. Alright, I'm getting out of here. I'm glad I could do that. Some things that I do like, it does have this like sense of mystic kind of this magical draw to it. The loot seems like it's going to be cool. There's some very weird things like why should I be able to walk on top of barbed wire without, taking some damage. I clip through some things in the world. It makes me not really feel attached to the world any. It does look like I can do a little bit of climbing. I just can't climb rocks like you would think that you could. Like, I can't climb back up here. Unless that's an ability. Maybe there's an ability later that lets me climb and I can take back, some of the comments that I'm making here. But again, I think right now for me, and I'm early in. Really, I'm only 4 hours in. And I'm waiting for some of those traversal options.
That's a gnote. Easy prey for Loopa-Loopin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed.
Okay, this is about to send me.
A pip bush that's nom-nom for the gnotes.
Okay, this might be exactly what I need. I do like mounts in games, and this is sort of what drew me to the game, is all these different types of mounts and vehicles and traversal options. You found a pip plant, glide under it to gather the pip seed. You can use the pip seed to tame free-roaming mounts. Okay, so where is that pip seed? How do I know I have a pip seed? Is it going to be scared by me, or... How do I know I even had a pip seed? You can move and shoot while mounted. The mount will stay where you left it if you dismount. Acquired mounts appear in each slot of your transport menu apart from the top slot which holds the mount selected in your transport menu. If you want to call your last used mount to your current position, press... Oh, man. This really kind of speaks to me.
You need to be taking care of business.
Alright. I do like mounts. Okay, I'm still at a 6 out of 10. I think it's going to get up higher. Just right now, the early game, 6 out of 10. See, like this right here makes the game feel much more magical. The world seems to slowly open up. The first, like, dare I say, 3 to 4 hours is like a tutorial. Maybe I played it too slow, I don't know. Control for the mount seems okay. Seems a little, I don't know, floaty. But again, I've seen all the different types of mounts I can have, so that'll be interesting to see. Alright, I think that's going to do it for this stream. Thank you very much for joining me. I apologize for my frustration and my pessimism. I'm very pessimistic at times, but you know, it just takes, for me, because I get frustrated a little too easily, it takes some time for some games to get their hooks in me. And I see this game possibly doing that. I really do. I think I need to get past the button mashing feel that I have for it right now, and some of the technical aspects. Like sometimes it'll just rip you out of the game and do a flashback for some odd reason, odd pacing. And the crafting I need to get into more, and I'll explore that stuff sort of on my own and on the side. So, yeah, if you'd like to see more of this game or some other game that you'd like to see me stream, please let me know. Go down in the comment section, leave a comment, say hi.
Hard to see the forest when you're in the trees.
Tell me what you'd like to see more of, another game that you'd like to see streamed. If I have it in my collection, I'll stream it. If I don't, and if it's on sale, I'll pick it up. If it's not on sale, I'll wait for it to go on sale. But otherwise, I'll add it to my queue of games to play, and I'll stream those. So hit the like, subscribe, and the bell so that you're notified when I do go live. I appreciate you sticking it through with me here as I play Biomutant, as I get used to it, waiting for its hooks to sink into me. It's getting there in some places, and in others, the hook is kind of being yanked out, painfully so. But I think it has a lot of potential. It's just taken a while to get there. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks very much. Bye.